Hey everyone, it's February 17th, and I thought I would share with you the results I've got back from the National Honeybee Disease Survey. If you remember right, I participated in this survey earlier in the year. Actually, the state bee inspector, Joey Caputo, came out to my yards twice and took samples at two different times, once in May and then once again in September. And I'll leave some video links somewhere down below or something. Anyway, I thought I'd share with you the results from these surveys. Here's the surveys. The one on the left is from May, and the one on the right is from September. And they did not, um, in either one, they haven't given me any kind of results from the pesticides that they analyzed. So I'm hoping they'll come in a separate report, but I haven't seen those yet. So I thought I'd share what I've got. Um, there's not much here, but I'll just show you the actual survey. In May, I had 42 colonies in that particular apiary. In September, I only had 19. One of the colonies in May was queenless, and in September, they were all queen right. There were two colonies in May that had signs of European foul brood, but again, as the title up here at the top for the table says, these are reported by the apiary inspector, but have not been confirmed by a lab diagnostics yet. So these are just observations that there were two colonies in the apiary that appeared to have European foul brood. Okay. Okay, here's now things started to get a little bit interesting. Here's the sample size, 897 in May, 1391 in September. No varroa mites in May were detected, zero. So that's really good coming out of spring. Clear into May, I didn't have any varroa mites in that sample. In September, I did 16, which gives a varroa load of 1.2%. The national average is 3.1 for that time of year. And so I'm below that. And then the little bar, the little triangle kind of shows you among the other samples taken, the triangle shows you where I ranked or kind of where I fell as far as where all those samples were. So I'm kind of on the lower end of the scale here. And then Nosema, I had 1 point or 0.4, and the national average was 0.8 for that time of year. And again, I'm kind of on the lower end of the scale. Except in September, I was 0.2, which the national average was 0.2, and that triangle kind of shows that I'm a little more towards the middle there. So Nosema may be something I need to watch a little closer. Scroll down to the last page here. This is the one that kind of gets to me, is a little more interesting. Acute bee paralysis virus was not detected either time. Apis mellifera Solon virus, not detected either time. Chronic bee paralysis virus, not detected either time. Deformed wing virus, A, there's a couple of strains of the deformed wing virus. So the A strain was not detected in May, but it was detected in September. And you can see I still ranked on the low end, but it was there. Deformed wing virus B was also detected. And you can see this is my spore count. This 96% was the national prevalence. The 198 million was my spore count in May, and then you can see deformed wing virus B. I was down to 11 million, so I went from 198 million down to 11 million. which is good, but it's still there. And those two are definitely correlated with um, varroa mites and the varroa loads. So need to make sure you keep your varroa mites under control, or the deformed wing virus is going to be there. And I think um, deformed wing virus and many of these other viruses are just present all the time and may not necessarily be making the bees sick. I think they carry the viruses all the time, just like you and I do. We have viruses in our body, but our immune system kind of takes care of them. And we're not really sick all the time just because we carry the virus with us. And I think the bees are the same way. So the next one is really acute paralysis virus, and I've seen this one show up on tests before for my hives. And this the pathogen load this time in May was 189.2 million, and in September this is 327,000. So 0.3 million. So I've gone from 189.2 down to 0.3 million. So that's really good. You can see the triangles way down on the bottom end of the scale. So while I had it compared to everybody else, I didn't have it, didn't have it very bad, I guess. Kashmir bee virus, not detected. Lake Sinai virus 2 was detected. 1.7 billion was the pathogen load. And in September, not detected at all. So that's kind of interesting that I've gone from having it to not having it. And then the bottom one is Nosema ceranae, was also detected. I was at 95.5 billion, and I went actually up to 98.7 billion. So my Nosema load actually went up, and compared to the other samples, I'm, kind of on the upper half of that scale. So Nosema may be something I need to pay attention to a little more in my hives and see if I can figure out what to do about that. Not that I'm necessarily seeing any particular symptoms of nosema, but it's definitely there, and probably something I need to be really paying attention to. And the last one, slow paralysis virus, is not detected in either case. Anyway, those are the results that I got back, and hopefully I'll still get the results from the wax samples that they took, and see what kind of pesticides are showing up in my hives. Hopefully those results will come later. I just thought I'd share that with you. Keep your varroa mite counts down. It'll help keep those virus levels down as well. Anyway, have a great day.